So let's move on to Taylor Swift. She has inked a deal with Apple, giving Apple Music exclusive rights to Swift's 1989 tour. Joining us to talk about what this deal means for Apple and for streaming media is Mashable's senior tech correspondent and the biggest Taylor Swift fan that I know, Christina Warren. Welcome, Christina.
Hey, good to be here, Megan.
So how did Apple get this deal?
Money? I'm assuming? No. I don't know. I think so. It's interesting. There's a 30-minute interview with Taylor and Zane Lowe that's up on Apple's website right now. I think it's actually airing right now on Beats One Radio. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but from the excerpts that we've seen from the interview that came out in the press release yesterday, it appears that after she wrote her infamous memo basically blasting Apple Music for not paying artists during the free trial period, Apple obviously immediately capitulated. The story is famous. It was Father's Day, and Eddie Q and Jimmy Iovine and Tim Cook were all roused away from other things and had to deal with the Taylor Swift issue. And they immediately capitulated, agreed to pay for the music. And then in response, she said, okay, well, I will actually bring 1989, which had not been on any streaming service, to that music. And I assumed that just was kind of the beginning of a relationship between Taylor Swift and Apple Music. And obviously there had to be some money changing hands here for them to get this exclusive on the 1989 live album.
So Christina, for this new deal, do you have any idea or just want to hazard a guess about how much Apple had to pay or give up? Like what else would they have to do in addition to money?
Well, I mean, obviously she's getting a ton of promotion for her songs and for her whole being. They're actually although at this point, Apple's getting more of it, Apple is getting more out of it than she is, because there are even going to be Taylor Swift themed gift cards that you can buy in Apple stores. I wonder if that is more of an appeal to Taylor Swift fans than it might be beneficial for her to have excessive merchandising out there. I have to think that it was in the millions that had to be paid for this exclusive. I don't have. I've been trying to kind of reach out to sources. I've been trying to find out things on background or off record. I haven't actually heard in figures, but I have to think it had to be substantial. Now, what isn't clear is whether or not this is going to be a long-term exclusive or not. Zane Lowe today kept saying, that it'll be exclusive through the holiday season, which kind of makes me think, okay, they will give this to Apple Music for X period of weeks and then make the DVD available for regular fans who are not Apple Music subscribers to buy. And in that case, it wouldn't be different than what she does with Target, where Target gets deluxe versions of her CDs every year, and then eventually those deluxe version songs become available for purchase on other places as singles. And I think with her Speak Now tour, and again, this proofs of what a Taylor Swift fan I really am. There was both the live version that was available on iTunes and a DVD, and then there was a special Target DVD too. So this wouldn't be that different than that. If it's possible, maybe there might be some performances that are still exclusive only to Apple Music, and then at some point, the DVD or the CD might be available other places too.
I don't mean to be blasphemous, but what if Apple promised to continue to promote her like this, for the next 40 years, even if her music suddenly was not good anymore?
Yeah, no, I mean, that would be definitely, I guess a risk that they would take. Although at this point, I think that this is probably something, I think Peter Kafka and for Rico kind of compared it to, kind of the nature of loss leaders for the CD, that regular retailers have with CDs, where, you just want to get people into the stores. This could just be a way to get people into Apple Music. They might not really care what they're promising away, as long as they can, get some of the Swiftie contingent to actually sign up for Apple Music, even if it's only as a free trial.
So, Christina, is there anything new about this deal? Is there anything that's kind of setting a new benchmark for big music deals? Or is this just one more of the same and we care because it's Taylor Swift and they were fighting with Apple?
I think that it's more of the same, with the exception that it seems like, at least how it looks like it's going to be right now. And I don't know all the details because they're being kind of murky about this, and I've reached out for clarification and haven't gotten a whole lot back. But I think that what's different about this than just a typical exclusive retailer deal, and she's done exclusive deals with iTunes before, is exclusive to Apple Music. So it's not going to be one of those things where it's exclusive to Apple Music and iTunes. This is going to be one of those things, the only way you can watch this concert and watch these performances. And the show, I should add, is amazing. It's unreal. I saw it twice over the summer, and it's one of the best concerts I've ever seen. Even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, just the production quality that went into it is really, really positive and is really amazing to see. But I feel like the fact that this sort of event is exclusive to a streaming service is potentially breaking new ground. I don't know if this is the sort of thing that can scale. I mean, for instance, I wouldn't know if we could expect to see other artists try to do streaming only deals, but certainly something that's this anticipated, the biggest tour of the year, to have the concert film be exclusive, not just to iTunes, because iTunes isn't going to be part of it, but going to be, on Apple Music. That's interesting.
So we can watch it if we're Apple Music subscribers. We can watch it on laptops and phones and iPads. And can we watch it on Apple TV also?
Yes, you'll be able to watch it on Apple TV. The latest Apple TV update actually added a lot more Apple Music functionality. It was already there in the first version, but the latest version added it too. So yeah, you'll be able to be home for the holidays and enjoy Taylor Swift on your big screen TV. I will be in the Bahamas, so I will not be able to enjoy it on a big screen TV, but I will have my iPad Pro, and that's what I plan on doing.
So that it's available starting this Sunday?
Yes, it'll be available beginning December 20th.